Let me put these headsets on. Let me hear myself talk. Let's talk about it. How you doing? I know what we're thinking. I know what we're thinking. I know what we're thinking. Had to do a mic check. Audio is good. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Hey, you have the Lochness here. I know what y'all thinking. Y'all like, wait a minute. Is that the Lochness? Is that your boy? It is. It is. What's happening? GA Texas boy, Gax boy. I seen you. I seen you last night on the real. Hey, I had to give you a shout out when I was up in there. You feel me? On the Terry Fontenot and Raw. They like giving people a nickname. Raw. Like I done Jen Dragon. Like what we talking about? When Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot was having a conversation about why they did what they did when they did it. Falcons family Lochness and AFN new era is her. The Atlanta Falcons will rise in 2005 and beyond. See, that man had the Buzz Lightyear at the back end of that. Had the Buzz Lightyear. But yeah, hey, it's not even Tuesday. We still got a lot to talk about. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it now. Now is the Atlanta Falcons defense ready to apply pressure? Now is the defense ready? Now is the defense ready? You know what's funny to me about how they grade somebody's choice? It's like when they graded our choice when we picked Penix, when they graded our choice when we picked Bijan. It was like, why would y'all do that? Y'all don't need that. It's like, let me start the show. How everybody doing? Hey man, we lit, we live, we out chill, boy. This is your boy the Lochness. I was getting ahead of myself. I want to go ahead and give a shout out for everybody that stepped up in here, man. Blackberry home team representative was happening. Gats boy, GA Texas boy was happening. Salute to y'all. Like I said, I wanted to talk about it while everybody else talking about it. I want to talk about it too. You know what I'm talking about? So that's what we're gonna do. So I want to go ahead and give a shout out for all the eyes on me, the 6 eyes on me, the 12 eyes on me. Everybody that's going to come back for the replay. Everybody that's not following the Lochness Podcast on the Lochness Podcast YouTube channel, please go subscribe, hit that notification bell, thumbs up, send me a message, tell me the type of stuff y'all want to talk about. And on my channel, I will be doing movie reviews per usual. I was going to do one on Captain America. I just couldn't. It just paused, but it left a bad taste in my, yeah. We ain't gonna get on Captain America. You know, there's a whole nother chapter when that whole Captain America and the demasculation of my guy. But we're gonna do Sinners and we're gonna do The Accountant. We're gonna do those movie reviews and shout out to on the Lochness Podcast channel. So if anybody into movies and stuff like that, you know, that's what I do also as well in music. But back to our Atlanta Falcons, back to the home team, you feel me? Yeah, road to 250 subscribers, and then I'm gonna probably give out. I'm a auction off or pass off something I got signed by the Atlanta Falcons, and then if I hit 500 subs, I'm gonna pass off something else or get somebody else, like get somebody a jersey or something like if you're trying to get a Jalen Walker jersey. You better get people up in here to go ahead and subscribe to your boy, because I'll pass off a Jalen Walker jersey or a Pierce jersey, whatever, whoever, player, whatever. And I also got, let's see, I have so much stuff. I also have, I don't know if anybody into Pokemons, but I got the 151 sets. I got like 5 of those, 6 of those. You know what I'm saying, for the taking. You know, who knows? Like, I got so much stuff, man. I do so much stuff, so let's get to it. Let's see what yeet. My boy said yeet. He said Atlanta Falcons will have a revamped defense in 2025. Definitely that. Definitely that. So like I said, now we're talking about now is the Atlanta Falcons defense ready to apply pressure. It's one of the things that we always talked about. We always talk about we need. I can not Ryder's voice right now. We need more pass rush. You know what I'm saying? In that run, WWE voice or WCW voice. We need more pass rush. Ron Simmons. We need more pass rush. So my mindset is are we ready to apply pressure? With what we did, are we ready to apply pressure after this draft? Even if you look at the moves we've made in the free agency, a lot of people looked at those like, oh, those are budget buys. Like those are people, they're no big names. You know what I'm saying? And then I pose a question. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a question out there right now. Maybe I can answer this in the chat. But with what we did last night, does that mean Onyemata is out? Is David out? Is David on your mama out? Just think about it. Think about what we have on that D-line. Think about if we moved him out, what money we can save. Think about it. So is David Onyemata part of the D-line, the interior lineman, moving into our 2025-2026 season? What we did last night, let me put this up here. What we did last night, AK Malone gone after this season. Woo. That's bold, my guy, because the person who had one of the sleepy good seasons is AK-47, my G. I think he had the most sacks in our club, in our ball club, my guy. Our organization, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was the person who had the most sacks. So he was the one who was getting to it. So now Malone. Well, let's see. Future is Trice, Pierce, Jr., and Walker. Okay. But you got to have rotational pieces. You got to have rotational pieces as well. I don't see AK-47. I'm gonna be honest with you. He seemed like he missed a step once he changed his numbers and stuff. He should have just once he started changing his numbers and doing all that stuff. I was like, bro, for what? You know what I'm saying? But I think he had a sleepy good season last year. If I'm not mistaken, he had the most sacks in our squad. What's happening, Marcus Bell? What's happening? Can't have enough pass rushers. I'm telling you, like I said, my whole mindset is because you think about it like this. If we are coming at them, we sending them dogs at you. They defense can't handle. Like eventually, they people gonna get tired. And if we got more pass rushing than we need, it's like, man, like I said, it's coming off with death, just like which was one of our problems. So it starts with the personnel, then it starts with the coaches, then it starts with the personnel. Understand that in my Blackberry. Understand that in my Blackberry voice. I'm gonna be imitating everybody up here. That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start emulating people. You know, my boy, he always enunciate at the back end of his words. So he's very passionate. He's very passionate about what he said. So I'm gonna start being passionate as well in my Blackberry voice. He said, if he don't get more than 6 sacks, he gone. 77 plus million next year in cap. We can buy AK production. True. But can we get through this? Can we get through this season first? Can we get through before I'm trying to ship people out? Can we get through this season first? Because he was the one of the ones that was applying the pressure last year more so than any others, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I wouldn't. And then just like you saying, we can pay for AK's production. That's the same thing they thought about Grady Jarrett. Sorry, I had to bring it up. I had to bring it up. The same thing they thought about Grady. Well, we'll let. He said, Eagles won Super Bowl. I guess it's supposed to be Super Bowl off multiple pass rushes. F them picks. Antonio Holloway. Are you an Eagles fan? You said F our picks. Oh, man. F the picks. I need more context with that. So we got multiple pass rushes. He said F our picks. So now get a space eater on the D line in the third. That's what I'm saying. Like, is Onyemata gone now? Do you feel like Onyemata is gone? He's not there? Because we got some young bucks now, man. We got some plug and play players. Okay, cool. I was about to say, well, boy, you about to scare me right now, bro. There's one thing about me, man. I don't know about nobody else, but you will never see me go into anybody else's team podcast or any type of content creation for somebody else and then try to make sure I let people know that Falcons in that bit. Like, I would never do that. That's too much energy. I want to talk about my squad. I don't want to sit in somebody else's stinking little podcast. Respectfully, I don't want to. I mean, respectfully. I only brought one bird when it comes to football. Shout out to y'all for stepping in here. JDS, we need a defensive back in the third. We can find space eaters later. Yeah, definitely. It's so many big boys out there. Find them diamonds in the rough. I was thinking honestly, if we were saying we would have kept out two. When I did my mock draft, I had Trey Amos there, but we didn't have Pierce. We had Jalen Walker. Oh, I did one. We had Abdul Carter. So he said he says you can't leave them rookies alone in the deep. But then you look at what we already got. Look at what we picked up. We picked up Fox. We picked up Leonard. You know what I'm saying? Malone. Like, we still got people that are there, but you got to, put them with them. You know what I'm saying? We'll see, man. We'll see who's going to play, man. We're going to see who's going to play. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. See, let me go back to this. See, this is what my boy was saying. He said, we on a mission. We got to give up what we can give up to get what we need. So, regardless of what, man, we didn't care about a next year first round. We don't care about a 2. We trying to produce pass rush because you think about it, our offense, it's no slouch. Our offense is still, if we just kept everything we have, right, on offense. And then you think about, okay, let's go to defense. People saying, hey, we got to protect, Penix. True. But I'm going to be real with you. I didn't see Kirk Cousins really getting sacked like that. How many sacks did Kirk Cousins take last year? How many sacks did Kirk Cousins? He said, I would say, Xavier said, I would say AK days are numbered, red and black. I mean, of course. I mean, when you bringing in some studs, of course it is. Oh, yeah, true. Of course it is. That's anybody. If we can get rid of somebody like Grady Jarrett caliber, everybody today is a number. Who's to say that we don't come back in the second round next year or something like that and pick up a DB or something like that? Who don't say, and we don't pick up a DB in the third? Who don't say, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we still got some people we want to probably trade away to move up, to do some of the things we need to do. That's what John Cena be doing. You can't see me? He said, now, mother is want to say what I've been saying all season. After night one, shake my mother. Hey man, that's why you the truth, Blackberry, man. You can't deny it. Beggars can't be choosers. That's how I look at it right now. All right. So I done ran through the list of everybody what they said. We're gonna put this up here. First round, what you think it is, not what you thought. What you think it is, not what you thought. I think I'm gonna make a show called that. What you think it is, not what you thought. I be coming up with these things. I'm like, hey man, spitball. You know what I'm saying? I'm an idea guy. Hey, give me something. I'm an idea guy. But the first round, what you think is not what you thought. It was a lot of people. Can somebody tell me where Shedeur Sanders is at right now? Did he get drafted last night? Can somebody tell me where Will Campbell is? Will Johnson? Like, is it Will Johnson? Yeah. Like, what these guys? They are like. There's some people that did Mike Green get? Did Mike Green get picked up? He said Troy Anderson as well. Jalen. See, Xavier. That's why, man, you finna be cool. Because you sitting here taking my takes, before I even get to them. So you understand the business. You understand we got to have versatile peoples where we can still have that same line and still have them two dogs right there in the linebacker court. You know what I'm saying? The next part of defense, linebackers. They don't have to just be on the D line. We can move them around. We can have a person right here, Trice. We can have a linebacker right here, standing up. Some people don't have to put their hand in the ground. It's going to be scary for them to understand, like, what are they doing? He did not. Exactly. And these are two people. You know what? I don't know why they wanted us to get this guy Green so bad. He's the perfect fit. He fits their scheme. And this I'm gonna tell you right now. We have arguably the best pass rusher in college football next to Abdul Carter and James Pierce Jr. What happens is they don't want to see our squad get these people. You know how mad they was when we scooped up Bijan? Why you need Bijan? You know how pissed off they was when we sat up here and dropped that Penix? You just paid Kirk Cousins. Why are you picking up another QB? Because he was like the top 3 QBs in the game. Why not? Future. Bijan. It was two running backs the last year when Bijan was drafted. Gibbs went to Detroit and Bijan. They were the top two. Why not solidify our offense? What? Why not draft a Kyle Pitts, who was arguably like a stud tight end, archetype, unicorn? What? Why not get a Drake London? Not a burner, but passion. Like I said, once dude moved them sleeves off, once Drake London moved them sleeves off, he became a monster. And then now, why not? Hey, the middle of our field is getting bombarded. That's why we got a coverage like a Divine Debo. Oh, Devo Divine. What is it? Devo Divine? Yeah, Devo Divine. I think his name. That's his name. I know double D. Pause that. Well, not you can't really pause the double D's, but Devo Divine. It's like his name is a tongue twist if you say it really fast. Pause that. Jalen Walker fit our scheme. You know what was funny? Mike Green did fit the scheme better. They was trying to sell this Mike Green story. Michael Green. We need another Michael down here. Mike Green. And then when we didn't pick him, I'm glad we didn't pick him. Like I said, he has stuff going on with him that's alleged, but whatever. But at the end of the day, they put a video out and people are sold off of one video. And then it's like you be upset that we don't pick a Mike Green, and then be upset again if we would have picked Mike Green and Jalen Walker there, and then it would have been like, why? You got Jalen Walker there, and he's from UGA. Why wouldn't you pick? The Falcons are never gonna draft a Georgia player in the first round. And I want to bring this up too before I talk about the first round. Before I talk about first round, I want to put this up here first. We made history last night in the first round since 1966 when the Falcons drafted someone from Georgia. We finally made history again. It's been that long since the Falcons drafted somebody from Georgia. And it's been a minute since we drafted two people in the what was it? Caleb McGarry and Lindstrom. Right? So a lot of people that we was thinking, it was like, since there was so many defensive players, like if we didn't need a defensive player, I guarantee we would have took an O-line person. Because all those good O-line people, those interior lineman people, protecting the quarterback was. So now it's a lot of edge and all this stuff available. So now people are going to start getting, solidifying defense, but they got to protect their quarterback. They got to protect their quarterback. Champ. Divine Debo. Okay, Divine Debo. I was like, what is it? Debo Divine? Divine Debo. Oh, damn. He got it. He got it. Let's see what he said. You think as well that Penix is the draft would be you think as well that Penix in the draft would be QB1? I don't want to do woulda, coulda, shoulda situations, but in his draft class that he came out of, he was top 3 quarterbacks. And we got him. So that's all that mattered to me. Shout it. We got Maggie Futno in the building. What's happening? He said they doing the same about the first round we traded. I could care less about that pick personally. So you know what? Which pick? The Mike Green pick or the person we picked up? We could have picked up somebody else. Like, elaborate more on that so I can understand what you mean. I don't want to misconstrue anything that you're saying, so I can go ahead and address it accordingly. He said, Michael said, Max is happening fire. Y'all, what's happening? Walker and Piff both were top 10 talents, and all we had was a 15 Terry Cook. See? Do you see what you see? We talked about this before. We talked about, are we going to, the Falcons ain't going to. See, yeah. A lot of people going to hate this. I love it. Let me tell you why. We talked about it so much. Like, man, the Falcons ain't going to really do no splash plays. They ain't going to do nothing splashy. They ain't going to do nothing in the draft. We always wait. We always might as well trade back. You know what they did? They said we're going to pick and then trade up. Who had that lineage with the Rams? And our offensive coordinator for the Rams? And our head coach from the Rams? Did nobody say, hey, man, they might be doing business with the Rams? Because the Rams is on a rebuild. Their team is destroyed. They need everything they can get. They already know they ain't going to have no good season. So they're like, hey, man, we can give you this and you can solidify your stuff next year. But I like this because some people saying they just trying to make sure Terry's on the hot seat. How would you know that? So he got to save his job. No, he just got to pick the players that we need. And they looking at it like this. We always talked about it. We even talked about it. I said, man, we in a win now mindset, or we in a still build our team mindset. And it looked like we in a win. We in a win now. It's like, let's get this defense where we need to be. Yes. You know what's funny about it though? But I still think, but the answer is this though. Like I said, he's our QB1. That's all that matters. In this draft class, it wouldn't even matter. I mean, he's a QB1 now anyway. So, but you think about it like this though. What is it that we needed? What is it that we needed? I mean, my dog is acting crazy. Hold on. My dog acting crazy. But what type of what do we need? We needed pressure. We needed when we got Braylon Trice, they were we finally got an edge rush. Then he went down. He still has to play too. He probably be playing with a chip on the shoulder. He might be like, hey man, I should have been out there. He said, we also have Leonard Floyd, UGA. But did we draft him though? Then let's talk about this too. We got 2 players out of the SEC. Both of these players, like you said, were top. They was top 10 talent. Like I say, if it's not Abdul Carter, the person behind Abdul Carter is Pierce. Jalen Walker is considered edge, but he's a linebacker that I guess he plays both sides. Well, not both sides. He plays both positions. He can put his hand in the dirt or he can be stood up. So we have a linebacker that's top tier, and we have an edge that's top tier. And I think the third thing, which is the problem, is it's because they went to the Falcons. I think that's what it really is. Because he went to the Falcons. Xavier, bro, Green just got his life saved. He did not have any business anywhere near Atlanta. I'm glad they didn't do that, man, like that. Good. It's too much fuzz down here. Fuzzy navel down here. He can't be down here with all this fuzz at. Yeah, that's crazy. Hold on, people. Let me look at something. Let me look at something. All right. Let me look at Jalen Walker right quick. Come on, ESPN. Okay. Put up Jalen Walker stuff. Okay. He says, what's good, Falcons family? I'm here to say we back up. Yeah, man. Come on now. We in here. Floyd said we robbed their country ass. Yeah. We robbed their country ass. Yeah. Rise up. He said these fans are full of ish. You know what they full of? Ish. I think people just expect it. Like, you think about what we got. And let's go to the next state. Let's go to the next state, y'all. Let's go to the next state. After talking about how a lot of people drop, we would have never thunk us. We would have never thunk us. that a Jalen Walker be available at 15. If you said Jalen Walker was available at 15, people would have been like, you crazy. But he was there. So it was almost to a point like we was on the phone, like, yeah, you won't. But then it was just like, wait a minute. You're guilty. So we were like, okay, second option. We'll take him, go with one of our relationships we have. We'll come up again. Because when they said, hey, a Falcons picking again, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I had to go back into it. Like, what? Falcons moved up. I had to reread on my phone in the notifications. Like, what are we doing? And then Coach Unchained called it out last night. He said, we're going to get Pierce Jr., James Pierce Jr. So let's talk about what we get with a Jalen Walker. We get a dual threat. We get a guy who can be in coverage. We get a guy who can put his hand in the dirt. And that's what Divine is too. He's a coverage linebacker. Then we got another stud linebacker. And then we got Peyton Ellis, which is a tackling machine, right? Lamon's gone. And then we got a Troy Anderson that's iffy, if he plays, if he don't, if he's healthy, if he's not. You know what I'm saying? So you remember we talked about, and just taking back different type of takes we had. You remember when we talked about how we had Keith Brookin, you know what I'm saying? We had all these people, like we had Kearney, we had all these people, and they was doing their thing. They was like, you know, you can move them around. Don't you see what we get? And when our linebackers, we talked about it like a couple of years ago when we were talking about Troy Anderson, Lemon, and Ellis. How we were like, oh man, them linebacker, our linebacker core. Look at our linebacker core now, which Pierce and Jalen can both play linebacker, and they also can play edge. See or no? Michael said Rams are making one last run this year and then retooling next year, so they need two first. Yeah, I figured like they once they start giving up Cooper Kupp, and then I was like, damn, he was y'all golden boy. He was y'all guy, the yak yard guy. He was 100 catches, 200 catches a year. Barely scoring touchdown, but he can get you 200 catches. You feel me? I've been seeing analysts on some fans not happy with what we're doing after being complaining. Now we pick up the edge players. See, that's the thing, man. I'm trying to tell you, like, man, they would have been happy if we would have picked a kicker or something. Like, we would have had to pick somebody crazy. We had to pick who they like. Mike Green, you seen what he did to that guy? I seen a video. And you know, this is I hate to say it, but when somebody sit up here, they lose all credibility with me. When you sit up here and get mad based off of how we winning. You know, when we was winning, and then people was like, but you see how we won? Like, who gets mad about what fan base gets mad on how we won? That let me know it's something going on in it. It's something in the mist. It's something. Yeah. Big facts. 82 months. Carlo. AK no substitute. What you mean by that? He ain't no substitute. We're gonna get rid of him too. Braylon Trice. Okay. Yeah, we just need to see Braylon do his thing because he's another person that's I heard he's a mic guy. He's a guy to go get to the ball. He's a ball, like pause that, but he's a guy that's, you know, he'll get to it. And then, you know, he's coming back from an injury, but at the end of the day, he got to prove his salt. So he might go out there like, hey, and then they see we got some dogs, hey. And then we got the coaches to coach these guys, hey. Ain't that good to have a dude that's already from UGA talking to a new dude? Like, hey, bro, glad to have you here. And then my guy always said you never can go wrong with more pass rush. And then you look at a guy like Fox. That y'all understand Fox from the Rams. And he wait from the Chargers, I think. I think he did play for the Rams too when Aaron Donald was there. He's a guy that he was a backup guy. Like he's a complimentary guy. Like a guy, you got a stud like a Jalen Walker. You got a stud like a Pierce, and then he can get to it. Somebody's gonna get to it. Like I said, they didn't get rid of Grady Jarrett because he was doing all what he needed to do. No, they were saying like we can go get some people to give us the same production for less of the money. To me, that's just a win-win. Exactly. So it's the coaches now. Like you got the staff. You can't say, man, the defense, we ain't got no pressure. You look at every move that we made on the free agency. It was just I was looking like, dang, bro, they got a lot of D linemen. Dang, they solidifying the defense. So I was thinking in my head, but they finna go wide receiver. But nobody was expecting to have a Jalen Walker at 15. Like he considered like one of the top defensive players in the draft. And we get to get him. Don't mind if I diddly do. Southern talking. We got to start talking. Gosh darn it. Look at Jalen. Yeah, and we still got Trace. He ain't touched the seat. He ain't came out there yet. And we still got Rook. The Grady Jarrett replacement from Clemson. Come on now. Come on now. He said Space Eater for 450 pounds. Push the pocket. Let's get a cornbread Fred guy who can just push the pocket. Push that nose guard type stuff. What's happening, Collins? What's happening? You can never satisfy everyone. I like how it's going. Exactly. I mean, we're in the business of winning, not entertaining. Are you not entertained? Passing. I told you we're going to be a passing team that can run. Just think about it like this. What can we get now that will surefire our defense? You can't say we ain't got pass rush. Hell, you look at our squad of D linemen and you look at our linebackers. Hell, even Ellis got a couple. I think Ellis got a couple of sacks before too. Come on now. People want to win how they want to win. They want it to be nice. They want the cotton candy to fly out the air. They want sprinkles to hit their face when we get a sack or something. I don't know what the hell they want. Yeah, better competition because you think about it like this. Be real with you. The NFL is composed of nothing but elite players. You have your game plan against them. Sometimes you get the best of the team and they get the best of you, but everybody's a professional. That hence the reason why they're getting paid so much money. We paying these people so much money because they're in here to do a job. Some people they get their cheese and they forget how to do the job because I got paid. I ain't gotta really do nothing. And then you got some people they passionate about that stuff. So I don't see anything wrong with what we got. Like, so what we get with Jalen, what do we get with Jalen? We get a coverage, a mic. We get a hand in the dirt edge. We got a stand-up linebacker. They consider him an edge because he can play edge, but he's a linebacker. So why not get the best linebacker in the draft and then turn around and get the second best, according to the numbers, second best edge rusher? Why is that? Why are we losing? How is that a losing formula? I don't understand. How is it getting the best two players in said position, with the best linebacker and the second best edge rusher in the draft, and be like, man, what you doing? Why you didn't get Mike Green? Make it make sense, please. Maybe I don't understand what people are doing. Jalen being on the board. Yeah, I believe that. I was like, whoa, he's up on the board, because then I could have seen them saying, hey, we'll take such and such at 21 and move y'all to 15. Because I seen the Rams moving to 15 and us moving back to the Rams if Jalen wasn't there. And then we would have got more draft picks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I mean, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Jalen and Braylon, I like the sound of that. I mean, I like the sound of it anyway. I just like the whole idea of us having pass rushers, plural. We always talked about pinning our ears back. We all, you remember we used to say, I remember on Magnus, the Magnus show, and how we talk about it, how, man, see, we got Onyemata, we got this, we got AK, in my Magnus voice, and then they can pin their ears back, and now Grady can eat. Have that same concept, but with the players that we have. We got them dogs, y'all. We got them dogs. Literally. Pun intended. We got them dogs. What's up, Mucho? My boy. Jalen had 7.5 sacks, I believe, 7 sacks. A linebacker with 7 sacks. A linebacker with 7 sacks. Ask me, so what do you grade our draft yesterday? To be real with you, I give it an A+. Because we did something nobody was expecting us to do. 1, draft a Georgia player in the first round since 1966. And 2, move up again in the first round to go get. Now, I thought in my heart of hearts, when I seen them move up, I said, okay, they finna get Jalen Walker and Mike Green. Pro Football Focus told me, once I looked at who was left on the edge and who was the dynamic players, who are plug and play players that are so dynamic, it's hard to pass on them. Pierce, Mike Green, he didn't really jump off the page to me. Will Johnson jumped off the page. Abdul Carter, you know what I'm saying? But it's like this here. If I can't get the number 1 guy, let's get the number 2. Millie. Man, tell Mike Green stop being a he may have been a Falcon. Motherfucker got some juice in him and oh my God. I can't put that. Man. Don't drop the R word. Hey, what's happening, man? What's happening, man? I know, man. He would have, yeah, man. We didn't. I mean, sometimes when it can be a PR nightmare, people avoid that drama. When it can be a PR nightmare for an organization, quote unquote, vis-a-vis a distraction, and you in Atlanta where everything is better. Find that man over there in Decatur where it's greater at, man. Oh my Lord. Or Fulton Industrial. Oh my gosh. People ask me, you doing your show today? Yeah. Is it? I mean, of course I'm live. Got some bullies. AT Alien said we got some bullies. Yeah. You know, that's known for down here in the South, them Atlanta, man, having them bullies, man. Come on now. Got some Cane Corsos over here, bro. What you talking? We got no 2 Cane Corsos. That's what I'm going to call them to. Jalen, you hearing it now. You're hearing it from the Lochness. I'm going to call Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. Cane Corsos, bro. We got them Cane Corsos over here. So when you start hearing people saying, hey, man, we got them Cane Corsos over here, you know they got it from the Lochness. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You say they think Mike Green won one season better than Pierce last 2 years. I don't know why they would think that. See, when you don't do your homework, it's a difference when you're a student of the game and a fan, a fanatic of the player. When you're a student of the game, you study the game and what strategically you need to become a better in knowing what your rivals and your competition. Because when I looked at some of the picks that Saints did, now I ain't gonna lie. Tampa Bay got them a stud wide receiver, bro. They got them another stud wide receiver. It's only yeah. let's not cap Umbuka, Ubuke, or whatever. Him, he fired. He fired. He said, I really think it was a good first round. Me too. I really think it was a great first round. It was a great first round when everybody was picking all of these stupid old picks. I was like, and picks that they needed or didn't need. I was like, wow. And when he fell, we were sitting there talking about, well, I was in the chat while my compadres were talking about it. And I was like, whoa, Jalen, I can hear Big Ant voice. Oh my God. Jalen, I would have never thought Jalen Walker would be right there for us. I mean, they ain't Ant, but I'm gonna try. I gotta listen to Ant more. I'm gonna get his voice. But he was like, wow, I would have never thought Jalen Walker would be there for us. Everything was aligning. At the 13th pick, everything was aligning. We were like, oh my goodness. I was in my house like, Jalen Walker. I was like, Pierce had 17.5 sacks in 2 years in the SEC, which is one of the best dominant competing divisions out there in that game in NFL. I mean, in college football. That's hard to do. Mike Green would have did that he would have did that. No, man, no. That's what they probably looked at too. Man, he was going against some soft teams. And then in the SEC, this dude had 17. And then you compare a young stud guy against, and then you guys put him in and sprinkle him in there with some vets. Bro, what were you talking about? He's elite and alone. No, that's how Ant was. No, Ant was cool. Ant was chilling. He was like, we're talking about New Jersey. He's talking about, I was born in New Jersey. I ain't been back since. Like, I was like, dang, bro, it's that bad over there. Hey, I just wanted us to get like, you know what I'm saying, get like me. I want us to get like Eagles, man. Get some of them Georgia boys, man, who be winning them, the winning pedigree. Georgia, the winning pedigree. Y'all need to, that's the reason why I got the whole Georgia squad over there. It'd been crazy if we would have let them get another Georgia boy. Heck no. No, Ant my big homie. He said, I think they finished with the surprises. Terry and Raw looking sneaky at the press conference. He said, I don't think. No, man. We got a couple of trade pieces, man. I'm gonna be real with you, man. I don't count Kyle Pitts out. don't count him out as a hey, like dangling some piece of meat in front of that dog. Hey, I got Kyle Pitts right here. You want Alger? You want a Kirk Cousins? Like I'm telling you, they trying to. Hey, I got him. Hey, I just need a 2. I need a 2, and I need you to take 10 off his contract. I want to see this. I want to see this. The first, he said, the first next year is a great gamble for us. Rounds looked out. Yeah, they looked out because we had lineage from the Rams, and they, like I said, I looked at their team, bro. They had when they blew that team up, bro. It's like it's time to start over. Mike Green still a good player though. Basically, just allegations that pushed them out of the first round. Well, those aren't. I they ain't a good allegations. Like they ain't something that you want surrounding your name, because once it comes out, you lose. Like it's like a man. I hope he didn't do it. He said we get a real zero tech and maybe a CB. Our defense set after that. I love the pick, so I ain't tripping. King, let's talk about it, man. I ain't tripping either. And make sure y'all share this content out. And make sure y'all subscribe to the Lochness Podcast. And make sure y'all comment and hit the notification bell. And make sure y'all represent everybody at AFN in the squad. But if you're liking this content, put some red and black in the chat and let me know what y'all listening at. I'm trying to do more in the afternoon, in the morning shows. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be taking the night shift. I want to come in and thing already. Like, let's get it. You feel me? You feel me? He said, yeah, the Rams need our first round pick more than we do. The round team is old as hell. He said, they old as hell, money. Mucho said, who you think had the worst draft? I forgot what team they gave a C to, but it was stupid. Let me see. Let me see. Let me bring it up, and I'm gonna tell you who I felt. I think I want to see round what? Why are they showing me round 2? I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Let's see who had it. Bro, they be making me mad, man. I'm going to the draft. Okay. Finally, Jesus. Come on, y'all. I'm gonna say this. Who I feel had the worst draft is the people that skipped out on Jalen Walker. So let's look at the teams that was before us. I honestly thought the Cowboys was gonna pick Shedeur Sanders. To be real with you, but I think let's see. Let's see who. I don't want to go to these people draft, but we're gonna go to these draft. He said first daddy and son duo drafted in the NFL draft. Jalen Walker and the O-liner and Saints took. Yeah, he was a good dude too. Like that was cool. They did the LeBron James and they did the LeBron James and Bronny Jr. They did that. See, that's another person that was at the Rams. So just think about it like this. We don't need to draft a DB. I mean, I think we really need to go get an O-lineman. Now it depends on which DB is there. I would say that. Let me be real. Let's see which DB is there. And if it's one of those top DBs, why not? And we can get a Jalen Ramsey over there, and we have a Jalen Ramsey. Because he was in the Rams too now. Now, if we can get a Jalen Ramsey and then get another DB and have this DB learning from Jalen Ramsey's in a come on now. He said, I kind of like every team's first round pick, maybe except the Giants trading up for Dart. That's who it was. Dart. I was like, wait, I wasn't expecting them to go get him. I get it. I get it, bro. I get it. But in all of my mock drafts, when they took a Jalen Carter, I was like, okay, that's what my mock draft was saying. But when they got Dart, I'm gonna be real with you. I was happy. Fool's gold, man. When people get these fool's goals and they're not picking people that we want, fool's gold to me. I did too. Will, I was like, oh, they coming back. I said, oh my goodness. I said, okay. They talked about it. I was like, oh, they finna go ahead and do it. And then when I seen Dart, I was like, huh? Oh, Malachi. Malachi Starks. Well, y'all be on it. Hey, man, it be different. Because I was thinking they finna make sure their defense all right, and then we would have been able to talk to them about getting, taking on Kurt Cobain. Do you think we still get someone bigger for the defensive trenches? We have a lot of speed. We do have a lot of speed, but see, that's what I just. I want to say in this third round, I had a formula. It was edge, DB is either between an interior lineman, O lineman, or a wide receiver. Yes, he is. I really feel like we can get some people that's some space eaters. We don't even have to draft it. We can do that in the later round. We can get that in the later round. Honestly, like, because we got a good foundation. We got a good foundation. So it ain't necessary for us to get somebody that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? We can just get somebody that's decent. You feel me? Somebody that's strong. Somebody that's coachable. Somebody that's good at what they do. They can be like a one-trick pony. Hey, I just need you to push the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have a big guy and they can be slow. They can be north, what's it say? North. That big dude, like he was slow, but he was big as crap. So, what was the name of the last QB taking some move up to get? What was the name of the last QB? Was it? Man, I have to look, man. My thing is acting stupid. They acting like they want to show me nothing, but they showing me nothing but the second round stuff. I said, I don't care about that. They'll be asking me to select my team. You know I'm like ACL, baby. Stop playing with it. Yeah, we good. We good to go. I can see that too. And then hey, we'll make history again. Like I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because I wouldn't be surprised with that. He was good too. He was good too. Hold on. I just want to go to the draft. Why can't it just be a button I press and I go to events? I go to draft. I don't want to look at it live. I just want to go to a recap. They have all these other buttons. See more. Accept. You gotta make sure you accept all of their cookies. What if I don't want their cookies, bro? What if I don't want to accept their cookies? All right, let's see what y'all talking about. Let's see what y'all talking about. I'm gonna be real with you. After we took what we took, I was like, I'm good. I don't even want to see nothing else. But yeah, it was dark though. Yeah, Bengals had the worst drive. They took. Yeah, that was kind of crazy because they got their stud wide receivers. They paid them. Everybody want Archie Manning. They can have him. Sure. We don't. He said he won't be there. Jared Wilson won't be there. Man, we don't take Penix last year. We would have traded up to take Dart. Imagine how we would. Oh man, that would have been. Hey man, he throw darts. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So let's go to this then before we get up out of here. Yo. What do we need? Like what we get, we get a linebacker to help solidify our linebacker core. What do we need? We need a more pass rush by getting the second best pass rush in football, in college football. In college football. He said they made history last night, and I'm shocked. Hey, he was there, but it was the same thing for the other guy. We passed up on last, like when we picked up Bijan. It was, and the Eagles had then picked him up. Like that big other dude, was it Davis? Was it Davis? What's his name? Davis from Georgia. When we picked him up, like I don't know what to say. I need someone to do my wife. I need wait. I need someone to do my wife as I said and what. Oh my God! How did you get in here? How did you even get here? Wow, how did you get here? That's crazy. Hey man, tell your little cousin to get up out of here, man, with all that. Man, people are weird. I ain't lived until I started. They said, man, I'm in there now since I started getting the spam and stuff. They said I'm in there. I'm in there. Get up out of here, man. I'm gonna have to start before I click this stuff and put y'all on my screen. I'm gonna have to start reading what y'all say. It said, what we need, man, we needed James Pierce Jr. We needed more pass rush, fast pass rush, people that can do multiple things. Like he can be a linebacker and he can be standing up, or he can have his hand in the dirt on the edge. What is that? Pass rush by committee. Pass rush by committee. He said, I'm still a little worried about our run defense. It depends on how we put everybody in action. Like I wouldn't be worried until we go against a team that's heavy in the run and we put people out there and we can't stop it, even with the studs we have. That's when I'll be worried. I'm not worried on paper because sometimes stopping the run is just being in position. So having guys that can get into their blocks, get into their lanes, fill their lanes, or go through the, set holes or whatever. You do your job in moving this person here. You move left, they move here. You beat your blocker or whatever the case may be. It's more so about it. Once they get barraged by a running team, I'm not worried about that. To me, I don't think we got a number one guy, which is okay, I guess. But who is that? What you mean, Jalen Walker? Or are you talking about Pierce? I mean, if Abdul Carter was there, what shit? I mean, it's nice to wake up to a Falcons team with depth and package options. Seems like I've been a minute since we've been in that position, front seven wise. I believe it. When you can disguise a package, when you got, like I said, you got them Kane Corsos, and you like, okay, I'm gonna put him here, move him here, slide him there, and then when they sit there, you get a read, but then they all go into different positions. This person goes here, this person takes there, that person just drop back in coverage. Just like, whoa. Like, you know what I'm saying? So And then you got to keep up with what somebody packaging. Oh, okay, they got Divine out there. Okay, now they got like it's gonna be. You want it to make it make sense so you can disguise the defense. And with that pass rush, when they don't have a 2-step drop and they can just pass the middle because we got people in the middle now. Because that was our Achilles, the middle. Yes, both can do multiple things, which is why we needed both guys. We already have defensive. We have defensive depth. We're just adding more. It's like when you have a cake and you icing the cake, and then you put the decorations on top of the cake. Then you make the little flowers and the little lines around the like that. For those who don't bake, that just makes it better. That makes it appealing. So it's appealing, man, to have some people that can get to it. I like Floyd and AK aren't great when I watch them versus the run, although I heard AK did better later in the season. He said JBJ is not a guy you want opposite side of the running back. Well, don't forget we still got like a guy like Ellis who's like a tackling machine. Ellis had a couple of sacks too. So sometimes letting somebody pin their ears back, letting somebody be more aggressive, that might even galvanize the team to a point where they start doing things, or they start, like once you get adrenaline running, you might get to a point where, hey man, we got to the quarterback twice. He threw an interception. Like sometimes being disruptive is just as good as tackling the person, or just as good as getting, like, you want to be disruptive in any form of fashion. It's like putting your hands up. It's so much stuff that goes on defense. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just about, like I said, it's not just about stopping the run. It's about, clouding up or collapsing the pocket to a point it prevents the person from going anywhere. And if you collapse the pocket in the middle, definitely when it comes to passing, when you collapse the pocket on the sides and then you have a spot or a mic, those, like I said, those are the things that we in the coaching staff needs to go ahead and utilize the personnel that we have to make sure we execute accordingly. Yesterday was a hot, like he said, hot seat draft today. Today is the day to compliment what you did yesterday. Yeah. So this will be like, hey, let's get another interior defensive person, like you said, that can sit at the center, be right there, like the nose guard, like the like right there, like the, How do you feel about giving away our first next year? Our first next year, if we do well, is going to be like in the back end. So who cares? You think about what's going to be available for us to get next year. Like I said, at the end of the day, what's coming out of college next year that we feel like we got more money to spend. That means there's more prospects for more free agencies or more trades, or there's different things that can go. Like if we get like a Jalen Ramsey, decent once he moved from the Rams, but he's about his bread. Yeah, with our other third, fourth round pick, we need to get an interior D lineman for sure. Somebody that can sit in the middle, somebody that can just really push the pocket. Because sometimes it's like I said, it's not just about stopping the run. It's also, clouding the pockets. Like you want to push the guy, you want to push the center into the, into the quarterback. Also, when he's trying to hand it off, he's about to be in the back of his own person. Stuff like that. That like it's a lot that goes into it. And as they grow and as they develop and as they move, all this stuff, like I said, it's gonna work out. Or not. See, that's what I was thinking. Like my mindset is like when I did my draft, my initially, how you need to look at this draft is our second round pick was picked first in the first round. So we would have got Jalen Walker. Our second round pick would have been Pierce, and then whoever else, we didn't get a third round or whatever, or a third round or whatever, and fourth, something like that. But see, the mindset is who we wanted wouldn't have been there, so we moved up. Instead of picking in the second, we went on and picked both of them in the first. Simple as that. Simple as that. And then you think about the safety, wide receiver, or cornerback. Safety. You could probably get a decent safety later. I would say interior, or wide receiver. Interior lineman or wide receiver. Because like I said, like what can we give to Miami to get Jalen? Sometimes getting people that play together make them galvanize. It's an Urbic said in an interview after the draft, it's two different styles. Vic Vigino defense that he's worked with trying to marry with the Falcons defense. He said it did. If we do it right, it's up. D tackle. I wouldn't be upset. Like right now, I'm in a good place with them. I seen them get something that we must, like, we really needed, like a good linebacker that can do multiple things. You know who he remind you of? He remind me of somebody else. He remind me of somebody else that was a good edge and a good coverage linebacker. And so it's like we got options, man. We got options. But yeah, I do appreciate y'all. For stopping by. This is the part of I don't give y'all an hour. I wasn't even trying to give y'all an hour. I said 30 minutes, y'all. This is what y'all be doing me. Let me answer this for Mucho. Oh, wait. He said, do you think we go defense next week? To be real with you, since it's riddled with so much defense, I honestly think we're gonna go wide receiver. I wouldn't be surprised if O-line comes up, because this is my next. Like I said, I got a formula I put together when I was doing my draft. I did like 17 different ones, and I tried to stick with the same formula. I had A+ picks on every last one of my picks except one, and it was edge, defensive back. It was interior lineman. It was either O lineman or defensive. Then wide receiver. Then after the wide receiver, safety. I then went and got after the safety, I did go tight end. I went with another blocking tight end. Actually, no, I went with the tight end from Syracuse, because I was expecting, like, okay, we're going to give up Kyle Pitts and get another young buck that ain't, Let's see. Oh, you don't want this thing to be messing up. But yeah, let's see. He said Vic Fangio, the Philly defensive coordinator, I think, if I spelled that right. Hey, man, Grammarly. Grammarly. Herbeck said, I'm not coming back to Atlanta until y'all are serious about the defense, so I need 2 dog defense. Facts. I mean, believe it. But yeah, man, we finna end this live. But I do appreciate everybody for stopping by. I do appreciate everybody that dropped in and seen your boy. Like I said, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment And if you haven't subscribed to the Lochness Podcast and you just subscribe to AFN, go onto my individual channel and subscribe to the Lochness Podcast on YouTube. For sure. Because it seems like now it seems like my microphone is telling me, man, it's time for you to go. Because now it's trying to act staticky and stuff. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get that shirt, that switch up my mics. This road is acting crazy. Maybe it's the cord. But yeah, man, I do appreciate everybody, man, showing up. Hey, let me know where y'all gonna be at 6:30, round 2 and 3. Was it round 2, 3, and 4? And then 5, 6, and 7. Let me know how it go. Peace out, y'all. Like I said, we got them 2 Cane Corsos, man. We got them 2 Cane Corsos. Don't be upset that we got pass rush, y'all. Don't be upset that we trying to improve our defense. Don't be upset that we trying to get people to go ahead and get to that ball. Pause it. Don't be upset that we didn't get Mike Green. Don't be upset because y'all didn't see Dart come to the Atlanta Falcons. Like, I don't know. What y'all want to see? Trey Amos? Who y'all want to see? Malachi? That's who they really want to see. They want Malachi. We don't need a Malachi. You know, I want to see them make moves. I want to see them make moves. If we can get Ramsey. If we can get Ramsey, man, it's going to be looking a little scary out there in the streets of the ATL. Until then, look for my recap on this next coming rounds. Let's get it.